Hi, welcome to another LED crochet tutorial video. Today I'll be showing you how to make this beginner friendly dog. For materials, I'm using acrylic yarn and a 3.5mm hook. Then we'll start by putting our yarn over our palm and around our pointer finger twice. Now we'll grab our hook and place it underneath those first two lines of yarn. With our hook, we'll grab onto that third line of yarn and pull it underneath those two. From here, we'll make one chain, so go under that line of yarn and then pull it through our loop. Now you made your magic circle, you can pull that off your finger. From here, we'll be chaining 8, so wrap your yarn around your hook and pull that underneath your loop. And we'll be doing this 8 times. Now that we're done doing our 8 chains, wrap your yarn around your hook twice and then count 4 stitches down our chains. So we'll place our hook on that 4th chain and then yarn over again and pull that through. So you have those 4 loops on your hook. So what we're making here is a triple crochet, so you yarn over again and place that through the first 2 loops. Then yarn over once more and place that through your next 2 loops. Yarn over again and place that through your last 2 loops. Now we'll be making our second triple crochet, so wrap your yarn around your hook twice, place your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull that through. So now we have those 4 loops around our hook. Then we'll yarn over again and pull that through our first 2 loops, yarn over again, pull that into our next 2 loops, yarn over again and pull that through our last 2 loops. Now we'll be making our third and final triple crochet. So wrap your yarn around your hook twice, place it into the next stitch, yarn over and pull that through, yarn over again and then pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over again, pull it through the next 2 loops, yarn over once more and pull it through our last 2 loops. Now that we've done 3 triple crochets, we'll be making a double crochet. So wrap your yarn around your hook once and then we'll be placing our hook into our next stitch, yarn over again and pull that through. So we'll have 3 loops around our hook. So yarn over and pull that through our first 2 loops, yarn over again and pull that through our last 2 loops. We'll make one more double crochet, so yarn over, put our hook into our next stitch, yarn over again and pull that through. Now we have those 3 loops, yarn over and pull it through our first 2 loops, yarn over again and pull it through our last 2 loops. Now we'll put our hook inside our magic circle and then yarn over and pull that back, yarn over again and pull that through our 2 loops. Now we'll be chaining 2, so yarn over and chain 1, yarn over and chain another one. From here we'll be making a double crochet, so wrap your yarn over, put your hook inside the magic circle, yarn over. Now we have those 3 loops, yarn over again and pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over again and pull it through the last 2 loops. I'll make another double crochet, so wrap your yarn over around your hook, place it inside the magic circle and then bring it over, then yarn over and place it through those first 2 loops, then yarn over again and place it through those last 2 loops. Now after finishing that, we'll be making the ears. So we should have those first 2 chains and then our 2 double crochets, and from here we'll be chaining 6. Now after finishing our 6 chains, we'll be making single crochets going back. So place our hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull that through, yarn over again, and then pull that through our 2 loops. So again, place our hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull that through, yarn over again, and pull that through our 2 loops. So you'll continue to do this all the way down our ear, and then I'll show you how to reconnect it. Now that we have finished doing single crochets down our ear, we'll reconnect it by placing our hook in between those 2 stitches that connect our double crochet to our original 6 chains, and then we'll yarn over and then pull that through, and then yarn over again and then pull that through our 2 loops. And now from here we'll be doing 3 double crochets. So yarn over, place your hook into the magic circle, yarn over again, and then yarn over once more, pull that through your first 2 loops, yarn over again, and pull it through your last 2 loops. Now for a second double crochet, yarn over, place your hook inside the magic circle, yarn over again, yarn over once more, pull that through those first 2 loops, yarn over again, and pull it through those last 2 loops. Our last double crochet, so yarn over, place your hook into the magic circle, yarn over again, and then place it through those first 2 loops, yarn over, and place it through those last 2 loops. Now we'll be making the second ear, so we'll be chaining 6. Now we'll be making the single crochets going back, so place your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull that through, yarn over again, and pull that through your 2 loops. Now that we finished making our single crochets back, we'll place our hook in between the stitches that connect our double crochet to our ear, and then we'll yarn over and then yarn over again and pull that through our 2 loops. Now we'll be doing 2 double crochets, so yarn over, place your hook inside the magic circle, yarn over again, then yarn over once more and place that through your first 2 loops, yarn over and then place it through your last 2 loops. And we'll be doing this one more time. Now that we have done our 2 double crochets, we'll be chaining 2. So 1 and 2. Then we'll be placing our hook inside the magic circle, yarning over and bringing that back, yarn over again and pull that through your 2 loops. From here we'll be closing our magic circle. So pull on the most inner line of yarn from our magic circle, and that will close the second outer line. Now with our shorter line of yarn and our second loop, we'll be doing a double knot. Now that we have finished doing our double knot, we can grab our scissors and cut those 2 ends off. Now that we have finished that, we'll continue crocheting the second half of the dog's body. So we'll place our hook into our next stitch, but we'll be doing a double crochet. So you should have that loop around your hook, yarn over. So we have those 3 loops around our hook, yarn over again, pull through those 2 loops, and then yarn over again and pull through our last 2 loops. Then we'll be doing our second crochet, so yarn over, put your hook into the next stitch, yarn over again, pull that through, we have our 3 loops, yarn over again, pull that through our first 2 loops, yarn over again and pull it through your last 2 loops. So now we'll be yarning over our hook twice, then we'll place our hook into the next stitch, then we'll yarn over and pull that through, and then we should have those 4 loops on our hook. So yarn over and place it through those first 2 loops, then yarn over again and place it through our next 2 loops. Once we've done that, we will be able to yarn over again and place it through our last 2 loops. Onto our next triple crochet, yarn over twice, place your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull that through. So yarn over and place it through our first 2 loops. Yarn over again and place it through our next 2 loops, yarn over once more, and place it through our last 2 loops. Now doing our last triple crochet, yarn over your hook twice, place it into the next stitch. So now yarn over and pull that through. Now we have those 4 loops. Yarn over again, pull it through your first 2 loops, yarn over again, pull it through your next 2 loops, yarn over again and pull it through your last 2 loops. Now from here you'll be chaining 4. So this is our first chain, second chain, our third, and our fourth. Now after chaining those 4, we'll be placing our hook right in the beginning of our first chains. So right in the center of the body we'll be placing our hook. So once we've done that, we'll yarn over, bring that through, yarn over again and pull that through those 2 loops. Now we'll be making the tail, so we'll be chaining 6. And just like the ears, we'll be doing single crochets on our way back. So into the next stitch, we'll place our hook, yarn over, pull that through, then yarn over again, and then pull that through our 2 loops all the way back. Now that we have finished doing our single crochets back, we will connect the tail to our body. We'll be placing our hook into the next stitch or chain, and then we'll be yarning over and then pulling that through, yarning over again and pulling that through our 2 loops. Now we'll want to pull on that loop and then grab your scissors and cut on the continuous line of yarn so you leave a longer piece to work with. Here you'll want to place your hook into the next stitch, and then we'll grab that shorter piece of yarn and pull it through. I like to do this to secure it even more. Then pull on the other end of it, creating that little loop, and then we'll place our yarn into that loop to make a knot. I didn't do it here, but I would usually do a double knot, but once you're done, you cut that end off. Now to connect the tail to lay on the side of the body, you'll cut another piece of yarn and place your hook into the side of the body, so into those stitches or chains, and then place your hook through the end of the tail. Now you'll grab your extra piece of yarn and then wrap it around your hook just like that, and then pull it through the tail, through the body, and then we'll kind of shift it to the side to see those 2 ends, and we'll wrap it around our hook and pull it through the loop that we have. Now after pulling the yarn through our loop, we'll use those 2 ends to make a double knot. And after making our double knot, we can cut those ends off. Now that we have finished our dog, I'm just adjusting it and laying the ears flat in front. Now that we have finished making our dog, a nice little accessory we can add is adding a collar or a bow to it. I just use a different color yarn and wrap it around its neck and make a bow. Now you have a cute little crochet dog, a perfect size to send as a hug in your letter.